The opening tip won by the Sixers, and we're underway here in Philadelphia. And he'll go to the foul line.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number one, to see if they'll get caught. And number two, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. 56% for his career. First try at the line, no good. Good bounce back. Hits his second. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
So, Ed, my man P. Bev the other day made some comments on social media. I want to get your reaction. He said, I'll tell you right now, we are the best team in L.A. How do you feel about that?
Jay, since the Clippers moved from San Diego, I don't know if that's been the case once. Maybe going back a few years. But LeBron James is in L.A. now. I don't know if Patrick Beverley's right on that one. Jumper's good.
That's the kind of defense they're going to play on him all night. Even though he made that shot, he knows there's nothing easy about this game.
Beverley into the front court. They're down 3. To Tobias Harris. Williams to Beverley. Here's a chance from long range. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose the dagger with the 3.
It's a big finish.
Hey, look, this is a new wave. If a young cat catches you sleeping on the wrong night, it's definitely going to get 1 million+ views the next day.
Clippers have the basketball. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Got a piece.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Williams. Nice pass to get things going.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good. A 3-point play. And with that, they go up by 3. Beverley into the front court. He'll run the offense. Harris to Williams. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Stuffs it down with authority.
That's called a grown man play, Ed. Someone's trying to get featured on SportsCenter tonight.
It's LA Clippers ball. Probing the defense. Beverley to Miles Bridges. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Slam dunk.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Beverley to Gortat. Knocked loose. Beverley. And he can't get it to go down. It's no good. To Butler. Easy path to the rim.
You know, Jimmy Buckets really has an inspiring story. From being homeless at the age of 13 before moving in with a friend, reads like a basketball version of The Blind Side. That grit has become the fabric of his DNA. From Tyler Junior College to Marquette to the 30th pick in the first round, are you kidding me? To where he is now, Jimmy Buckets has had to earn every inch that this game has given him.
Beverly to Williams. Shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Sixers finally break through. 52 wins last year. But, Jay, where do they factor in a top-heavy Atlantic division?
I still see this team finishing on the outside looking in. What I mean by outside is the 2 or 3 spot. I think this is Boston's division to lose, Boston's conference to lose. But still, the question mark still is around Ben Simmons and his ability to shoot the ball down the stretch.
No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. Harris goes to the right side. To Gortat. Gortat rocking the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
In the front court comes Simmons. Up 5. Curling inside, and the finish. Slam dunk. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Beverly to Gortat. Patrick Beverly. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
And attention to detail is everything for a professional scorer like that. Actually getting it done the hard way there.
Nice finish at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Beverly into the front court. They trail by 7. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. And finishes strong.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
It's the Clippers with the possession now. Beverly to Tobias Harris. Probing the defense. Down to 5 on the 24. Screen coming. Beverly buries it.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
To Embiid. And look out. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
And this will be out of bounds, off of Butler. Our opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Bradley.
Watch the cutter, man.
Harris to Bradley. Coming down to 4. Down to 3. Going to launch beyond the arc. Beverly.
Goes through the net. That speaks for itself.
Got a piece of it. Anticipation. Patrick Beverly. He's now 4 for 6.
So many people think making assists is creating something razzle and dazzle. Early is the right play and the most efficient.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Butler. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on the three-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw good as he completes the three-point play. The lead is up to 6. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Bradley. Now a steal by Philly. Jay, what's the next step for Ben Simmons?
MVP, Ed. To win the MVP. But perception is reality. And I've been hearing this stuff from a lot of people who have been watching Ben Simmons show out this past summer on IG. Ben Simmons needs to get back to the lab, stay in the gym, continue to work on that jump shot, because this is still a team that lost 1-4 to the Celtics without Kyrie Irving and Gordon Hayward.
Joel Embiid, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
Old school equals high percentage.
Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Short jumper stays out. Bradley to Beverly. Beyond the arc for 3. He buries it.
Great shot by the offense. But the defense, you can't afford to collapse off that penetration. I'd rather a team take a tough 2 than a wide open 3.
To Simmons. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
The pro game has really come down to P&Rs. Let's see how the defense adjusts.
Beverly into the front court. Right now, down 7. Has a look. Beverly's shot no good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Blocked by Butler.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Knocked loose. Wide open look won't go.
Woo, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
Beverly. To Bradley. Knocked loose. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. That's out. Last touch by Avery Bradley. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Amir Johnson. Into the game for the Clippers, number 2.
Simmons.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Woo! This rookie is a high flyer. He brings that kind of pro-am vibe to the NBA, and it's fun to watch.
Beverly into the front court. His team down 9. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Simmons. Off the assist.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Trying to cash in. The screen sets him up for 2.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
And the slam.
You know, from a point guard perspective, one of the things that I learned when I played in the league was that the more I was willing to give the ball up, the harder other players were willing to run to their spots. The harder the bigs were running to the rim. The harder the three-point shooters were running to the three-point line because they knew they could be active recipients. And when they caught the ball, they knew exactly what to do with it.
Doesn't have the touch. No good. Sixers control it. Sizing up the defense. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
Hey, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
And he can't convert the free throw. count the basket, and it could have been more. No whistle.
It's going to be a long road back, I'm not going to lie to you. But it's only the first quarter, and that's exactly what you needed. You needed to see the ball go in a couple of times.
Stuffs it down with authority. Long key from three-quarters court. We're through one at Wells Fargo Center with the Sixers on top. Jay and I back with more after this. It's NBA Thursday night on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second.
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. It's on you.
Substitutions, Philadelphia. Substitutions, Los Angeles.
Stuffs it down with authority. Williams. That's off the side of the rim, no good. First half in the books, and the 76ers have to be feeling good.
The 76ers put together a nice half and were rewarded with a solid lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Clippers were in need of a bit more score.
Game track. Defense.
The Philadelphia 76ers are using defense to create offense, and it's coming off blocks and steals. They're putting in work on both ends of the court.
Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game.
Who was cold?
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Jay, the Clippers last year were 2 games better than 500. Pretty amazing when you think about what they dealt with.
Most definitely. But everything for this Clipper organization starts with Lou Williams. He is the stud for this team. It's the second time in his career he's been named 6th Man of the Year. And that's why they signed the 31-year-old to a 3-year, $24 million deal.
For 3, message received. Well defended. LA Clippers with the basketball. Knocked loose. Oh, if you're a fan, you love the will and the want. To Embiid. Throws it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Beverly. To Tobias Harris. Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. Ah, the monster stuff.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are 2 different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Harris to Miles Bridges. Fires the 3. Not that time. He missed it.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Beverly into the front court. His guys down big. To Williams. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. And Lou Williams, quick catch and shoot there for three.
The legend of Lou Will continues, and it only gets better in time. He is instant offense, and we've seen that this year when he dropped 50 points on the Golden State Warriors in a win. From having mentors like Allen Iverson to some of the biggest rappers in the game, there's no doubt he is a compilation of mixtapes on the court.
Free throw good to cap off the three-point play as they continue to open things up here in the third quarter. Clippers have the basketball. Beverly to Gortat. To Simmons. Stuffs it down with authority.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
Beverly to Williams. Beverly has a chance. Yes, tough shot. It's got to go up to go in.
The one thing we know for certain in this league, it doesn't matter how big the margin is, you can always put together a run and get back in this one.
Butler to Embiid. Turns and slams it down.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Fires the three. Not easy.
Well, there you have it. The defense just took notice of this young player on that previous shot. Guarantee you they won't leave him open next time.
Beverly to Tobias Harris. Miles Bridges to Tobias Harris. 4-3. They snuffed it out. Tobias Harris missed it.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Beverly into the front court. Down a bundle. Here comes the screen. Beverly to Gortat. Gortat rocking the rim.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Butler into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Simmons. Oh, that's 3 seconds. Time for some new personnel into the game. Beverly to Tobias Harris. To Williams. Lets it fly from long range. Can't get the bounce. From long range. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Beverly knocked loose. Sixers have it. To Simmons. The pass set it all up.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Tobias Harris. spinning shot won't fall. Embiid. Passed it off and stuffs it home.
I don't think I could do that on the 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Beverly into the front court. Looking to make something happen to Williams. Here comes the screen. Short jumper off the mark.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Beverly to Gortat. Down low, Gallinari. Straight on look. Here's a chance from long range. He's been dialed in from long distance. That's now 5 threes for the game.
Nothing more painful than the next day watching tape, seeing the fact that he got 15 points off 3-point shots.
To Embiid. The pass taken away by the Clippers.
You know, Ed, sometimes you're just more ready to play than your opponent. The intensity and the effort is off the charts.
Well, the hot shooting night continues. That's his 6th three-pointer of this game.
And you got to give him a lot of love. He's been knocking down shot after shot. But what is the defense thinking? Do you want to play in this game? It's probably time you start buckling down.
Whistle blows. Oh, his back was to the basket. 5-second count. It's going the other way. New blood coming in for both sides. Beverly to Tobias Harris. Missed it. How'd that not go down? Here's Simmons with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Has a look. Simmons with a shot. No good. Taken by the Sixers. Going to launch beyond the arc. It's good. Defense has to pick things up.
When a rookie starts to believe that he not only can play, but more importantly, he belongs, nights like this become more and more common.
And they call it.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Coach is going to shift gears and adjust his matchups.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 1.
Miles Bridges. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Simmons to Redick. Simmons to Redick. J.J. Redick. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
You see, here's why versatility is so imperative for your offensive repertoire. If you're a one-trick pony as a defender, I know exactly how to defend you because you only do one thing. But if you have versatility, then the coach can put you in multiple looks within the offense, and then you can get it any way you want it.
Substitution being made in this one.
Philadelphia 76ers, number 24.
Miles Bridges to Beverly. Knocks it down off the step back.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you.
And a putback slam.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
Beverly. And the rebound brought down by Harrell. Beverly to Bradley. From the outside, no good.
You know, when you think about Miles Bridges, you never worry about his tenacity. You never worry about his drive or his work ethic to get better each and every day. The only question looming around Miles Bridges is that jump shot. He only shot 45% from the field at Michigan State.
It's LA Clippers ball to Beverly. Driving right to the basket. Right down Broadway, 4-2.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
To Embiid. Count it.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Beverly gets it in the left corner. To Beverly. The drive right to the basket. Layup's good. That's as high percentage as it gets.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
To Embiid. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
And you always feel like the words vision and unselfishness go together. They work cohesively as a unit. When you have a guy that has both, that sets the tone for how your team is going to play.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
76ers, number 17, J.J. Redick. Entering the game for the Los Angeles Clippers.
A bad pass as the Sixers come up with this steal.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Ben Simmons at the line for a chance at a three-point play, shooting 66% in this contest. And he misses that one free throw. Beverly. To Bradley. Here comes the screen. Bradley, deep left corner. To Bradley, beyond the arc for three. Cleared out by Embiid.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. For 3, slams it home on the putback.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Straight on 3. At the buzzer. It's good. And the foul. And he's going to the line for a chance at a 4-point play.
Ed, body control is everything, especially on the defensive side of the floor. That was a great contest up top, but your body hit him on the way down. That's a foul every time.
Three-pointer and now a free throw on the trip. Late heave to beat the buzzer. 3 quarters down. And a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The 4th quarter is underway. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Calls it a...
We know what's coming. Go get him.
Substitutions, Los Angeles. Substitutions,
Brunson.
Philadelphia.
To Simmons.
Here we go. I got him. I got him.
Trying to cash in. Shot by Simmons won't fall. Sexton to Williams. Here comes the screen. Sexton to Williams. 5 seconds to shoot. Williams. Misfires. It's no good. fires the three. Off the mark. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
To Simmons. A big finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Tosses. Bad pass there. Clippers have it.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Wide open look won't go. Rises for the slam.
Showing you why he belongs here in this league with the best of the best. Efficient scoring out of the rookie here tonight.
Sexton to Tobias Harris. Driving right to the basket. Full throttle right to the basket for the deuce.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Sexton to Gortat. Taken by the Sixers. To Simmons. Brunson. Deep right corner. To Embiid. Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way. Stuffs it down with authority. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. Sexton to Tobias Harris. Deep two there. Won't go. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Oh, knocks it down from three.
He's most definitely got the hot hand behind the three-point arc. Anytime your first-round pick is shooting like this, your GMs and owners just sit back and smile.
Sexton to Tobias Harris. Williams. To Colin Sexton. And he scores on the step back.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Brunson to Allen. Takes stock of the floor. Able to convert inside.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the action right now.
Sexton to Tobias Harris. Here comes the screen. Sixers able to clear the rebound. Has a chance. It's no good. Great defense. To Brunson. On the shot clock for Philadelphia. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Colin Sexton at the line. And he connects on the first free throw. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip. To Simmons.
Big pick right there.
To Embiid. Simmons. Fires the 3. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. You might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat them by 50, beat them by 50. If you want to beat them by 100, keep shooting more threes.
A lot of contact, no whistle.
I agree, I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
The Sixers are victorious as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers added a win with today's solid victory. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense. And sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored. For the Philadelphia 76ers, the Clippers didn't...
Game track. Defense. Player of the game.
If you asked him, I'm sure he'd give the credit to his teammate and coaches. But at the end of the day, we know that he's the one that made the biggest impact on this game. We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Philadelphia 76ers. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose, and it's been our pleasure to present you with some NBA basketball.